and see.
All right, the teams are set. We're ready to go. We're going to get in here in just a minute, guys. Let's get ready for the next match. We are at Dorado. Hello, my face. My face is back for you guys, for your guys' entertainment.
Yeah, this Dorado is a payload map, as we see it right outside the spawn of the attacking team is the payload, and then they have to push this through, I think it's through 2 checkpoints and then onto the final point to complete the map. So that in total there's 3 checkpoints at each point with 4 spawn points at each. And the defending team basically has to stop the attacking team from pushing it, which they can do by standing on it and contesting it, of course. And it's done, and the point system is done based on how far they push the payload and how many checkpoints they get. So if they get through 2 checkpoints and they make it 10 meters, that's how far the team has to get to beat them.
All right, so we've got Team Koala is going to take the first shot on defense. Very similar team, pretty much, I think the same team composition that they had in the first game. So they know what works for them. They know who plays what. And Blackjack we see as a Reaper on offense. We've got a McCree and Narsil. And Room is actually taking the heals on this map. He's going to play Lucio.
Yeah, very interesting on this map. If a Bastion is able to sit on top of the payload with a Reinhardt in front of him, it could have been very strong. Would have been interesting to see Vroom on his old faithful Bastion, as we see the game about to start here as they push out this front door, trying to get the point, but Cookie's actually going to wall them off and completely shut that down, and they're probably going to go through one of the side doors here.
Yep, or just wait for it to go down.
Cookie's hiding here behind them, trying to come in behind and try and freeze a healer maybe or two as he gets booped away by the Lucio as they push the payload initially a little bit. Woody's a little away from his team here. Seal's taking a bit of damage here as the Broom catches up to him, but this May is still behind them, causing sort of some bother. He freezes the Desire here, but now he's being pushed by 2 players here. Might be a bit too much for him. Walls himself up into the building, but it's
still alive though, and no surprise that Cookie is being a troublemaker. That's kind of his role as a Looney. He's a little troublemaker, and he's still behind them. They are just not able to take him out, and I think it's causing a lot of distraction, as you know, half the team is trying to move forward and take on the main team, and half the team is trying to take on one person. Red team is trying to push it. They're going to reach the first chokehold of this map. Cookie Monster is still raining in from behind. And he might go down here. No, he is still alive, causing just so much trouble. That little turd, May, is just crazy.
There was an important pick there as Cookie actually ults here, getting 3 people caught on his ult, 3 kills there. Obviously picking up the 3rd there. Cookie picking up 2 for himself, and that first pick there was actually the Reinhardt trying to dash in and take out Brittany there. Woody trying to take out Brittany and getting isolated and getting picked by McCree there, as we see them try to set up here again, try and take this payload towards his first objective. I could easily see as soon as they wipe the defending team here, if they are able to, as they've got 3 ults here. Interesting to see if Huana uses her ult on, maybe wait for Woody to pick up his. But Vroom goes down here. Good pick for the defending team here. But we'll have to wait and see.
Their healer is down. But you know, getting to this first chokehold is going to be a very tough task for the offense. You know, Brittany playing as Reinhardt, holding strong here, and Zarya is putting down her first ult. It is chaotic right now. Everybody's ults are going off. Brittany is smashing faces. She takes out 3, and red team is going to have to back up and regroup. And Cookie finishes off Room. Cookie playing very forward. You can see how annoying May is. Cookie's been causing a lot of trouble with Blackjack. Nice shot there. Takes out Cookie. And red team is coming in for another round. Another burst here.
Yeah, DK Chris working the high ground, just raining sort of bullets down on people, trying to get people low, get the odd pick as he sort of falls back to a more defensible position, but he goes back aggressive, tries to take Blackjack out as a Reaper, takes him down. Nice stun there, as we see him actually trying to get hooked by the Roadhog, but they're actually getting up a little bit closer to the choke point here as the defending team take a more defensive stance, but the payload is just now in a tighter point, more difficult to push through.
Yep.
This next pick is going to be important, but as we see DK Chris behind with his ult, doesn't kill anyone, but nice ult by Cookie coming in, freezing in about 3 players here. Zaya manages to stay unfrozen, but eventually gets picked 4 kills there. Blackjack coming in with a kind of almost panic ult. Narsil with a wonderful counter up, picking up 4 players. Just him on the point with 2 players. It'll be interesting to see how quickly players can get there to try and help him.
Narsil, very sneaky ult there, goes up on top. The entire blue team was distracted by the players on the ground, and Narsil's actually going to help this red team push through that important chokehold. And great job there. Excellent work there. Now the entire red team's back on the point. They've got the setup. Blue team's kind of scattered right now. They didn't really have a chance to get back to it. They're just coming back to the site now. So just like that, the first checkpoint has been reached for Kiba Koala.
Yeah, as we see them get that checkpoint, the defending team is able to set up the next kind of choke point on this corner here. As the payload comes around this corner, they'll try and hold them here, get the kind of picks that, you know, they need to sort of just stop them and stagger them and then hold the payload at a point where it sort of suits them. Androka tries to charge in on his own there, managed to escape it. Brittany only just survives that encounter as she gets healed up herself. Not, almost a nice ult there, but a good shoot by Androka blocks it. Brittany goes in, ulted. That's a nice ult by Dad.
A DK Chris! Oh my goodness. DK Chris with his McCree ult. Again, just setting up in those high points. That's where McCree excels. Getting over top the map, you know, distracting the entire team, being distracted on ground. Did not even hear the high noon.
Interesting to see this next push. We see Anna has her ult and so does Androka. So it'll be interesting to see if they can use those in combination. But the defending team have 2 very good points to try and defend this with Cookies and Odysseys. As we see them pushing up here, the barrier goes down for Unlimited, but there's a nice sleep coming in from Anna there. Completely counters and like the Anna ult there on Androka. But they do still get the
another nice job.
Yeah,
red team now really just pulling through here as most of the blue team is wiped. They're trying to get back to it, but you know, red team's gonna get a lot of ground here, and they're very close to the next checkpoint. Blue team may be able to get there on time. They do choose to play aggressively, trying to stop them from getting to this second checkpoint with under a minute remaining. But yeah, it looks like they decided to kind of fall back, and red team's gonna be able to walk into this point pretty easily. Oh, actually, Brittany comes in and they're gonna give it a go. Blackjack with his ult doesn't get anything done there, and blue team's actually fighting back here. Very close to the next checkpoint, but the red team all of a sudden is wiped out. It looked like they were falling back, ready to set up, and at the last minute, Brittany rushes in and contests it, and everybody just uses their ult. Red team's got to regroup here with 27 seconds left to get to this next checkpoint. They're going to have one more push here before overtime. And Cookie waiting for them. Yeah, and he's waited for the entire team to fall behind, but Narsil catches onto that. And now he's actually stuck on his own, so this could actually end up hurting his team. He is off by himself as the red team pours in here, and they're moving up here.
Nice kill from DK again, taking that high ground, not expecting him to be behind, gets another 3k. Cookie picks up the 4th here. Brittany Anna ulted, just Blackjack left alone on the point here.
Yep.
As he falls, we see that overtime ticker tick down, and that was a very good hold in the end, just stopping them at the edge.
Yeah.
Literally at the second check.
It looked like they were about to waltz in pretty easily, and you know, Mayhem just stopped them just short. So that is the marker. That is what, you know, Mayhem is going to have to beat on offense as we switch sides. It is Koala's turn, Keepa Koala's turn to defend.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what heroes they come out with on defense here. Blackjack going to his old faithful Junkrat. Interesting to see what Narsil picks. He definitely did some great work as McCree there on attack, getting his team the important push towards the first checkpoint and almost towards the second checkpoint, picking up like 3-4 kills at both occasions.
Yeah.
But he's actually going for a defense Genji here, which is interesting. A defense Genji isn't always the best option. He can be extremely situational. It depends how he can work out, like how he does here. But the attacking team doesn't have a Mei this time. Mei tends to sort of counter Genji pretty well when he tries to get into that close counters. But they do have a soldier this time, which sort of helps with the survivability of the attacking team, as they pretty much go with the same setup minus the Reinhardt with a D.Va instead. and a Genji on attack as well. So 2 Genjis. See who wins that duel after, you know, it was sort of like quite close between those 2 players, both playing McCree in the first half.
And running two heals as defense too. I mean, you know, no, you don't see any Bastions. You don't see, you know, you got D.Va and Reinhardt as your tanks, but Room, you know, choosing to play Lucio over Roadhog.
I mean, at this kind of point, you kind of want the 2 heals. It's very important, as we see the teams actually come out here. No Maywall to stop them from getting the point initially, onto the point initially, but we see D.Va up on the point to start with. Be interesting to see how they deal with this, with the no Reinhardt shield, which is usually sort of like a go-to for payload maps, just sort of sitting in front of the team. Reinhardt shield's actually quite low here. Narsel's quite low as well, as he goes away and gets a healing. But as we see DK coming in from the side, doing some work. Cookie Mouse has actually managed to get behind, pull 2 players away from the point. Narsel's trying to deal with him in the process. But they're all quite scattered from the defending team. The attacking team are sort of isolating Vroom here as Woody tries to come to save him, but does so in vain, and Droka picks off Aladad. Woody tries to fall back here. Defense Matrix to eat the grenades from the Junkrat. Blackjack's tires coming in, see if he can get any picks with this. Actually,
wow, nice job there.
Yeah,
nice ult there, and blue team's gonna have to regroup.
2 picks.
Good hold there.
And Droka quite advanced on his own though, as the teammates are trying to keep up with him. Genji behind them, see if he can get some picks on any of the players from behind as he comes in with his ult. Takes down Story Time, going after the Lucio now, who breaks it down. I know he's maybe only get the 1 from that ult. That was a good ult, counter ult from Lucio coming in. As we see, Blackjack actually takes him down. Brittany takes down Narsil, so we're kind of an even trade here. They're doing a good job of holding them at this first corner. They just can't seem to get the necessary picks. His Cookie sort of distracts 3 players here. Just Andrago on the point here with the shield sat there in front of them. He actually charges in away from his team, gets the Mr. Peg, kind of isolated here, but he's doing the necessary work as the team at the back actually kind of managed to sort of regroup, get into position to try and help him. But Androka does finally go down, and the attacking team are able to advance.
Yeah, Koala had a really good initial hold there. You know, okay ult there by Woody. Kind of want more with that, but you know, Koala able to hold pretty well here. They haven't even got to the first choke points. 2 minutes. This is going to be the tough little area as the other D.Va ult goes out, and Brittany has a much more successful ult there, taking out 2 players. And you know, Mayhem may be able to get through this choke point pretty easily. We'll see.
Yeah, they're
as most of Koala is actually dead now, and Droka just went down, and yeah, blue team's got to be able to mow through here. Maybe we'll intercept the first checkpoint. There still is on the checkpoint.
Coming in from behind, DK's ready for it. Will he kill it? Oh, nice control by DK.
Yes, he did take it down.
But will the defending team be able to contest here? Stop them just in front of the first checkpoint. They're trading Lucio ults here. Waiting to see if anyone get any picks here, because no one's dying here. It's a full team fight here. Whoever gets his first couple of picks will be key. Nice ult coming in from Androka. Anna ulted actually the D.Va. See if she can get any picks with it. She tries diving in with a Zarya shield. The Mayo comes in trying to hold the attacking players back a little there, but Cookie freezes Androka in the ult, who eventually manages to kill DK with his Fire Strike. Cookie off to the right with Aladad alone on the point pretty much now. That's a good hold from Keep It Koala. Will they be able to keep the team here for the next team fight? Because it only looks like the attacking team has enough time for one more push, but they do have 2 ults, 2
this is gonna
ults.
be it here.
Yeah, and they'll have a.
They got Zarya and who
ult.
Else?
They got Zarya, May, and they've just got the D.Va ult. Let's see if they can combo Aladad's ult with D.Va's ult again.
Here we go. Zarya ult is down.
And here comes the
But
D.Va
no
ult.
one was able to. Oh, and then the D.Va ult goes in, and they are going to get the checkpoint. I thought it was going to be an ill-timed Zarya ult, but Brittany comes in with the D.Va ult, throws in her mech, and the mech explodes, wiping out the red team. And blue team with a very, very, very close connect there. They hit the first checkpoint. They are moving on to the second checkpoint. So this is how it works, guys. They need to get further than how the Koala team did. They have 2 minutes to do so. They've already been moving pretty well here. It is going to be a close one for sure. 2 minutes to go in this match.
As we see the defending team actually quite spread out here, there's a couple of 1v1 duels going on here. We've got DK Chris and Nasty in the back here, kind of allowing his team to actually push the payload up to this kind of choke point underneath the bridge here, as Blackjack rains death down upon from them, but he's trying to do damage, but he's doing a very good job of charging Aladad here with his shields there. He's probably quite fully charged here, but he's doing very good damage, trying to repel them here. As the attacking team try and push on it, as DK's, we saw an Ana ulted Xayah here. Interesting to see any picks. Androka does go down to him as the attacking team try and push up this ramp here. DK Kiss going in for a flank here. Expect to see a high noon here any second. See how many kills he can pick off.
And Dr. Morning Woody with 3 kills there on the Diva ult. That is awesome for Koala. They need to keep contesting this point though. It only takes 1 blue member to be alive pushing that cart, and every inch is going to count here. With 1 minute left, guys, we are getting to crunch time. Team Mayhem needs to get this point past this marker right here. You can see the outline from the previous match as Koala is defending here. They are set up, they are ready for this push. Mayhem still getting everybody together, still getting the last players spawned, waiting for their McCree and Diva. They are going to have, I believe Diva might be ready. No, she's not ready for her ult. She actually used her ult very early into the second checkpoint.
Yeah, we have a Xayah ult ready. It'd be interesting to see if they can get anyone else's ult in time to try and combo that, because Xayah ult is very strong comboed with it. We've seen that twice already. We see Androka charge in, low health here, actually trying to take down Aladad here. Aladad
this is dangerous.
Catches no one with his ult. That's a waste of an ult. As the trades go in the favor of the defending team, DK peels back on Androka here, but there's still 5 defenders left on this point as the attackers try and take this on. As the defensive male comes in, catches 2 through theirs. Diva manages to escape it, but her mech is down. She goes down.
This is overtime. They need to contest this. Odyssey and McCree behind, trying to stay alive. Very squishy players, and the 2 more move members are coming in here. This is overtime. They need to continue to contest this point, push this point past where the red team got it. Koala doing a good job here, though. Everyone is still alive. Blackjack falls.
Yeah, the defensive team have 3 ults here, which will be key here. Depending how they can use this, if Woody uses his ult, in goes his ult behind the enemy team, catches,
takes out a member, and that's it. No one was on point. They still had members alive, but no one was contesting. And Keep It Koala will move on to the finals. Mayhem will still have another chance.
That was a very clever use of Woody's ult there. He managed to clear the point there and take them off the point. They had to run away from the ult to try and survive.
That was a very, very close match. Keep It Koala came out on top. Let's look at the play of the game. This has got to be the Zarya Diva combo here. Yeah, you will see it come in.
There's even a male into this, so they literally the Reinhardt shield drops just before it explodes because of the male, and they had no way to try and block that ult, and that's 6 kills with that ult right there.
That was a great matchup, and we could see them play again later on. Keep It Koala clinching their victory. They're going to be moving on to the finals. They've got their ticket. We are going to see. They clenched their victory. They clenched with all their might. The Loco clench.